Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So this is a further video to break down a little bit talking about the version 2.5 character banners that was officially announced in earlier today's live stream basically. So let's get to it basically. So everyone already knew that Yayamiko was coming, we just didn't know if for sure if she was going to be in the first phase or the phase 2. So it's been confirmed she'll be phase 1 and there will be no other 5-star character with her. So she'll be similar to Arasaki Ito banner situation. However, there's no new 4-star this time, which is fine. And so it's just going to be Yayamiko herself. I don't have her on the screen, obviously, because she's not out yet. So what do I think about her? So based on what we know so far, she looks like she's a DPS or maybe a sub-DPS. And obviously she's a Catalyst user. And so I want to bring Lisa on the stage here because Lisa is a 4-star. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed, I brought this up many, many times on my recent live streams and also videos where, basically they are kind of cannibalizing on their own characters now. And they are essentially creating same weapon type and same element type characters. Basically with more on them making 5-star versions of existing 4-star characters, basically, right? So I don't know if Yayamiko is going to be a 5-star Lisa. I don't know, because Kokomi is definitely a 5-star Barbara, for example, right? And like similarly, some people did say early on that even Kazuha is like a 5-star Sucrose, but that's not the case. So I don't agree with that one, but I do agree that Barbara is. And similarly, there are other characters as well, right? Like for example, Yoimiya is a 5-star version of a Barbara, more or less, right? But it's slightly different because Amber, Yoimiya is a 5-star version of an Amber, sorry. And so, things like that, right? So, I mean, there's so many. Like, for example, Arasaki Ito could be considered a 5-star version of a Noelle, for example, even, right? So I don't know, like, if that's the trend, right? So is Yayamiko a must pull? It's too early to say, but from what I can see, I still like her design and I like her characterization. So I would be definitely willing to pull for her. As of right now, I am bringing up my pity. I am using my daily and my event primo gems on the banners just to bring up my pity. I'm not trying to get, like a constellation for the existing banners, but it's to bring up my pity anyway, and also to build up my Stardust and Star Glitter inventory. So that's just what I'm doing. I would say that I'm actually very happy that I'm keeping this account very low spend, and so far I have not had to do anything extra other than just spend whatever we got. So Lantern Rite was quite generous already, and we got lots of gems so far, and there's still 2 more weeks so far on this banner, this patch. So, we'll see how far we can get, right? Definitely, I will not go exceed soft pity. I will just go up to or close to it, and then anything extra, I'll just save it. And hopefully, I can win the 50-50 once Yayamiko drops in 2 weeks. Okay, so enough about that. I don't think that she's a must pull, but I would definitely be happy to get her and try her out. Now, moving along. Okay, so enough about that. So phase 2, we're going to have both Raiden Shogun and Raiden Shogun and Sangonomiya Kokomi. So we're going to be getting both of them, which is great. So what I will say is that Ryden Shogun is for sure a must pull. I've already done a updated review for her yesterday. Do check out that video. I've also done an updated review for Kokomi. Now, this has already changed from when I first got her. I don't hate her as much. I don't hate her, but I definitely don't recommend pulling for her because there are other healer options in the game, especially if you're using your, saved up wishes. Now, of course, if you love her to death and you really, really want her, or if she's like that one character that you're missing, yeah, then get it. I totally understand that collector feeling, so that's fine. But like for the majority of people, I don't think that Kokomi is a must pull for sure. But I will say Raiden Shogun is a must pull, and I'll kind of leave it at that because I did do reviews of them already. Now moving forward, once we know more information about Yayamiko, which we got already a preview today, but once we get more information about her and her build and how to make her like optimized and her weapons and such, we can definitely talk a little bit more about her in a pre-release analysis as we get closer. So I don't want to clutter too much of my channel with that right now, but basically, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it as well. I already have ideas for her weapon and her artifact build, but we'll talk about that in another video as we get closer. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on these version 2.5 banners? Are you guys disappointed that there's not a second, another rerun in phase 1 with Yayamiko? I originally thought it would be Kazuha, but maybe they're saving him for another patch, which is more likely that they're pushing him to 2.6 then, because as they also released before the live stream, Kamisato Ayato was teased for 2.6 already. So him being an Inazuma character, we already know for a fact that likely Ayaka is coming back with him. And in addition, when Ayaka released, Yoimiya was also released, so there could be that. And also Kazuha would still be up for release at that point too. Now, it's all up in the air if we're all staying only in Inazuma for that whole patch, because they also talked about the Chasm being released. And Chasm is not related to Inazuma in whatsoever in any way. It's related more to Liga and even possibly you could argue maybe even Mondstadt. But yeah, it's mostly Liga though. So basically, I would say I don't know if the whole patch is going to be Inazuma in 2.6. It might be a half patch where it's half in one region and half in another. So then in that case, maybe then they're going to have to decide on which are the two characters, if they are, to release from Inazuma. One is being Ayato, then maybe the other one is Ayaka, and then they're going to, have two Liga characters for the Chasm, or maybe they're going to have the storyline focus on Kazuha, because Kazuha, we met him in Liga, even though he's an Inazuma character, right? So that could work there, right? And also his materials for Ascension do come from Liga, actually. Like, he uses the Diligence scrolls for the talent books, etc., right? So anyway, that's a separate story. We'll talk about that in a separate video. Anyway, let me know you guys' thoughts on the version 2.5 character banners. Will you guys be polling for Yayamiko, Raiden Shogun, Sangonomiya, Kokomi? All of them? None of them? What are you guys doing? Let me know, and we'll see.